In a world where everyone seems to be encouraging you to chase your dreams, succeed, and rise to the top, there's a darker side that most people don't talk about. You know, the kind of side where, even though people might tell you they want you to succeed, deep down they're rooting for you to fail. They might not say it outright, but their actions, words, and subtle gestures give it away. The idea that they don't want you to succeed isn't about some grand conspiracy. It's more about the fact that the world can sometimes be built in a way where it feels like there are constant obstacles standing in your way. Even if people tell you they want you to succeed, often they don't truly mean it. They may even say the words, but their actions speak louder than their promises. We've all heard it before, haven't we? Go ahead, chase your dreams, you can do it. But what happens when you actually start to move forward and make progress? The same people who once cheered you on might start offering advice that doesn't seem to align with your goals. They might not outright sabotage you, but their well-meaning words sometimes feel more like roadblocks than encouragement. For example, they'll tell you things like, "It's really difficult to make it in this industry," or "I've heard it's a lot harder than people think," when you mention your ambitions. They'll talk about the odds, the competition, and how many people fail along the way. Sure, it's all true, but why focus on the failures instead of the possibilities? Why do they downplay your potential instead of cheering you on? Then there's the classic move, giving you advice that's rooted in their own fears and limitations. It's like they're trying to protect you, but in reality, they're just projecting their own insecurities onto you. Don't take risks, they'll say. It's better to play it safe. But what they don't understand is that playing it safe isn't always the best option. Sometimes taking risks is the only way to grow, to learn, and to ultimately succeed. But these well-meaning individuals don't see it that way. They'd rather you stay comfortable in a box they've put you in, where you're less likely to get hurt and more likely to stay where you are. It's a form of control, really. Even if they claim to want the best for you, their actions reveal a desire to keep you where you are. Not too successful, not too ambitious, not too much of a threat to their own sense of security. It's like they don't want you to shine brighter than they do, or at least not in a way that makes them feel small in comparison. It's an uncomfortable truth, but it happens more often than we'd like to admit. They don't want you to succeed because your success might mean they have to change. It might mean they have to look at their own life and question their choices. It's much easier to put someone down or push them back when they start to rise. After all, if you make it, what does that say about their life? It forces them to reflect on their own lack of action, their own missed opportunities. If you succeed, it might make their complacency feel like a failure. So instead of supporting you, they'll try to drag you down to their level. They might not even realize they're doing it, but it's happening. This is where you need to learn the difference between what people say and what they actually mean. Sure, they might smile at you, encourage you to chase your dreams, and wish you the best. But when you start to gain momentum, when things start to move in your favor, that's when the real test begins. That's when you'll start to see who truly wants you to succeed and who is just paying lip service to the idea of it. It's not easy to keep pushing forward when the world around you is constantly telling you to slow down, be careful, or just settle for what you have. But that's where the real power lies, in ignoring the noise and focusing on your own path. The world will try to tell you that you can't, that you shouldn't, and that it's too late. But success isn't just about external validation. It's about pushing through the doubt, the fear, and the skepticism that others throw your way. One of the most common forms of resistance comes from those who claim they care about you. Be careful, they warned. This might not be as easy as you think. But why would they say that? Why not just trust in your ability to figure things out on your own? The truth is, they're scared. They're scared of change. They're scared of watching someone else succeed when they feel stuck in their own life. It's a strange kind of jealousy, one that wears a mask of concern and caution. But the thing is, you can't let their fear become your own. You can't let their limited view of what's possible hold you back. If you're constantly listening to people who tell you what you can't do, you'll start to believe it. You'll start to think their fears are your own, and that's when you stop trying. That's when the dream dies. But if you choose to ignore the negativity, the doubt, and the fear, and instead focus on your own potential, you'll discover a power within yourself you didn't know existed. There's also the whole issue of timing. People will tell you it's not the right time to start something. You should wait until you have more experience, they'll say. But the truth is, there will never be a perfect time. There will always be something standing in the way, whether it's money, time, or experience. The perfect time is never coming. So if you wait for the right moment, you'll never get started. And that's exactly what they want. They want you to wait, to hesitate, to doubt yourself, until you give up.
But the most dangerous part is when people close to you say things like, "I'm so proud of you for trying." They might seem supportive, but what they're really saying is, "I don't believe you'll make it, but I'm proud of you for not giving up yet." It's a backhanded compliment wrapped in false encouragement. They don't really think you're going to succeed, and deep down, they might not want you to either. So how do you deal with this? How do you keep moving forward when the world seems to be filled with people who don't want you to succeed, even though they claim to? The answer lies in your mindset. You have to believe in yourself, even when others don't. You have to push past the negativity, ignore the distractions, and stay focused on your vision. The world will throw obstacles at you, and people will try to convince you to slow down or give up. But if you keep your eyes on the prize and stay committed to your path, you'll find a way to make it happen. And when you do, you'll realize that the very people who said they wanted you to succeed were the ones trying to hold you back all along. In the end, your success is yours to create. It's not about waiting for permission from others or seeking approval from people who don't really believe in you. It's about taking the steps, no matter how small, toward your goals and trusting that every challenge you face is just part of the journey. They don't want you to succeed, but that doesn't matter, because your success doesn't depend on their approval, it depends on you.
In conclusion, the path to success is never easy, and the support of others isn't always as genuine as it seems. While some may claim to want the best for you, their words and actions often reveal a deeper desire to keep you where they are, comfortable and unthreatening. Their fears, insecurities, and doubts can easily turn into obstacles on your journey, making it harder for you to push forward and achieve your dreams. However, success is not determined by the approval or validation of others. It's about staying true to your vision, ignoring the negativity, and believing in your own abilities. The world may try to tell you that you can't, that you shouldn't, or that it's too late. But your potential lies in your ability to rise above those voices and keep moving forward. The people who don't truly want you to succeed are not the ones who will define your future. You are.